think cooking in Taipei provides me so much freedom. I've cooked in a few cities in Asia, in Australia, New Zealand. I cooked in Tokyo, in Hong Kong. But in Taipei, it's very different because we don't have so much baggage and we are relatively quite new culture-wise. The island of Taiwan, the history of Taiwan, that we have so much history of immigrants. So it's easy for us to adapt things. And therefore, I could incorporate my journey, my experience into my menu, and people will happily just accept it and to eat it happily. I think it's very different to different cities, and that's what makes it so fun and so rewarding at the same time to cook for Taiwanese. My name is Nobuo, and I'm the chef owner of Nobuo restaurant here in Taipei. I opened this restaurant January in 2024, so it's just about 10 months ago. It's still pretty new, and we are probably one of the smallest fine dining restaurants here in Taipei. We do food that utilize mostly Taiwanese and Japanese ingredients, seasonal and premium quality produce. I cook with French technique, international vision. I like to cook food that with a purpose and with a story behind it, but without telling the story. And to me, I think that's what I'm trying to express here at Nobuo. We provide a tasting menu at the restaurant. The reason why we like to do tasting menu is because I believe that tasting menu could brings the best of the season to the table. I think that's very important for a small restaurant like us. So today I prepared a couple of dishes to show you our philosophy here at Nobuo. So this is the sea urchin dish, first course of the menu. We have some Hokkaido sea urchin with some egg sabayon, cauliflower puree, finger lime. I do 2 tasting a day, one for lunch, one for dinner, just to make sure like all the details absolutely up to top notch. So right here we have scallop from Miyagi-ken in Japan. So we brine it in the kombu brine, and then we smoke it with oak wood. We serve it with hybrid Kaluga caviar, some tofu puree, and the dashi made from the dry scallop, shiitake, and kombu. So right here we have the kuklo, savory kuklo. We use 100% buckwheat flour from Hokkaido. We have mixed it with brown butter, confit garlic, Parmigiano Reggiano. And right here we have 2 textures of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil as it is, and in the middle, this is a whipped olive oil. To be able to recognize by Michelin star means so much, not just for me, for my staff as well. Hospitality it's old and a profession with a long history, but normally here in Taiwan that people often devalue the hospitality employees, especially from the older generation. I remember when I told my mom that I'm gonna be a chef, and she was in tears. She was like, oh, like we spend so much money and we send you abroad to study and you wanna be a cook. But to me, it's a beautiful profession. We work long hours, we stress for quality all the time. And I think it's so important for someone with such a high standard and such a long history came a long way to recognize what we do. I think it's a beautiful thing. And same for my boys. So they know what they're fighting for, and just not me going to give a pat on the shoulder, good job. Of course, pat on the shoulder is equally important, but for some guy with a long history and recognize us, so it also gives them a direction for their future. I think it's important. I feel grateful, humble, and truly appreciate that. We are a small restaurant, so we know all about stiff service, and we don't work like an army. We want to work like a family. We would like to welcome all our guests like our friends. We want them to have a good time here, and same for me to my staff as well. Most of them has been with me for years, from my previous job to here, and we get along like we're just like families, which I think is very important, that be able to build this trusting relationship between me and my staff. Because if I'm not be able to trust them on what they do, then I'm gonna trust them on serving our guests. I think it's very important, and I want them to understand that as well. What they're doing is absolutely valuable, not only to our guests, to me as well, and to themselves as well. What they do is something that is very special and very valuable in our career, and I appreciate that as well. We are a small team. We have a team of 6 chefs in the kitchen, 3 front of house staff. So we want to be as efficient, as precise, so it makes us look elegant and easy in front of our guests.